Now let's talk about automatic machine learning. In automatic machine learning, we have the training set that both the matrix and the vector, the label vector, and then we have the feature matrix for the test set, and then we might have additional parameters. It has a lot of really cool features that allow it to be competitive. In fact, it can be competitive at big competitions where very strong machine learning people participate. So what does it consist of? It has a meta-learning part that looks at similar machine learning problems, has memorized what worked for those machine learning problems, and then uses that knowledge to basically try the ideas that are appropriate for that data set. Now what it has is it then iterates using the machine learning framework. We talked about a couple of contents of scikit-learn, and it calls a data preprocessor, a feature preprocessor, and a classifier. And then it goes back to a Bayesian optimizer that reruns this. So what it will do is over the time that you give it, it will run this machine learning core part many times. And then in the end, it combines all of them into a so-called ensemble. It basically just means it takes the ones that work pretty well and combines them in some meaningful way, which gives us the estimates. That gives us our y hat. Here's an analysis that we did in our lab. We wanted to ask, is automatic machine learning competitive with the machine learning that happens in the biomedical field? Indeed, we analyzed the data from a bunch of papers. On this axis, we have the literature reported area under the curve, which is a measure of how good the machine learning system is for what's reported in the literature. And for automatic machine learning, you can see for the clear majority of cases, automatic machine learning works better. Now, there's a few exceptions. We aren't sure where those exceptions come from, but one possibility is that there were cases of leakage where basically they optimized the machine learning on the test set. It's also possible that that happened for the points where automatic machine learning is better, simply because automatic machine learning is often actually better than humans at finding which algorithms work well. Here's another example from my own lab where we looked at neuroscience data. It was about the prediction of movements. There's all these different techniques. The algorithm that combines all of them and builds an ensemble out of them works better. This is what we see here in gray. And we find that in different parts of the brain, for example, somatosensory cortex, hippocampus, previous page was primary motor cortex. But the upshot is that automatic machine learning is really a very strong technique for making predictions for solving machine learning problems. We can also use it for encoding models where we try to predict the spike rate of neurons. And they're both in hippocampus and primary sensory cortex. We find that it helps considerably relative to standard methods. So now it's for you to discover AutoML. And I hope that you'll find that AutoML solves a lot of problems much better than you could solve with traditional machine learning techniques.